it's really strong card right now. Don't want him to draw this. And you know what? Okay, cool. No Cardo for you, my friend. We could also go full Komano, but there is a... I guess he doesn't have cards that do it, but you know, I don't care. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today Dimir, and the Dimir that you will definitely really like, I think, on the ladder, especially if you are laddering a lot. Because we are all tired of just losing to those pesky little creatures. They always come on turn 1, on turn 2 and 3, they just hit your face, and everything that is above 4 mana cost just is a dead card basically, and you think, why are you even playing Magic anymore? And this might be your fix. This is deck that is literally sideboarded hard against aggro decks, so we have so much removal and life gain that they will regret queuing into the ladder. For cutdowns, for Dreams of Steel and Oil, this card is really amazing and it works very well with Arcane Proxy. Don't underestimate the exile effect, it's actually insanely big part of the card. For marches, for the life gain, go for the frauds. 1 Infernal Grasp for those artifacts, seraphs and worms. Siphon Insight, because I want to make sure that when we hard counter our aggro friends, we make sure that they leave the game as soon as possible, with as much emotion as possible, and Siphon Insight definitely delivers on this front. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Siphon Insight is also because we don't have wincons. Kotose, Invoke Despair, and Arcane Proxy is not enough to kill your opponent, but his 6 cards from the deck will be. So this is also Cardo, so we get card advantage and wincons at the same time. That's why the card is pretty good here. We have triple Bankbuster. You will see Memory Deluge in the some versions of the deck. I tried it. I think Bankbuster is a bit better. And Arcane Proxy, really nice combination because it can basically cast all of those removal spells. Parasitic Grasp is weird, but the risk can be cast. Don't forget March is X cost, so it works differently. And about the results, right? You want to see the stats results. I'm lazy, so I won't give you the stats, but you need to take my word on it. We went 8 games, we won 4 and we lost 4. So we are 50% win rate on Mythic, which is decent for a deck that has no chance against control decks, basically. You can mostly scoop if you see a hard control deck, but the problem is that we got paired with control decks more, it feels for me. Like, I'm not playing control decks at all, and suddenly I'm being playing quite a lot of those. So against aggro we are actually, I think, like 4 wins and 2 losses, so we are much higher, and yeah, it feels great. Your opening hands always feel great because you have full hand of removal. Here we have weird mana base. Reason was that I wanted Invoke Despair on curve and not Proxy. You might make them more equal, but sometimes you won't cast it on turn 5. And with that being said, I really hope you will enjoy this Dimir. It is probably one of the versions that work on the current ladder, because you need to remove literally everything over and over, sometimes 10 turns in a row. And this deck delivers because it doesn't run anything nearly except removal. And that's what meta calls, so I think it will be an enjoyable experience, especially if you see them rage quit, because they know you are playing sideboarded deck, because they are doing the same thing as everyone, and they can get punished in Magic for us, and we need to make sure they will. So, enjoy, subscribe, and have fun during the games. Alright, we are going first. Wow, that's crazy. What is even more crazy is that we actually have lands to play the game. I cannot believe it. Alright, so let's prepare for Talia next turn, I guess. And for this, there is a small chance we'll just go for the Siphon Insight, and we can use Corvus against Talia. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Main phase. I don't see a world where this is correct decision, but I will take it. I will definitely take it. We need to kill this one, so we might do it as well. Right now. He might of course use it next turn, but that's fine. As long as that's the case, it's absolutely fine. So let's see how it goes. Sky Strike Officer. Will he draw a card? Let's see that. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I think I will go like this. We take a little bit of damage, but we negated their play at least, so that's something. We can play Memory Deluge. We can play Memory Deluge still. Harbin. Alright, that's a slow one, so we will take it. It's probably one of the best cases for us, because it doesn't pressure. That's weird. Oh, this is Resolute Reinforcements, 100%. So this will be a cut down target. Into what? Into Invoke Despair, I guess. We have to build towards something. Let's play black for this reason. And he will be, haha, I got Resolute Reinforcements, I'm the best. And we will say, haha, you don't. He kinda, what? Why would you not play the soldier then? I'm so bamboozled. I actually am so bamboozled. Alright. Let's see the attacks. He doesn't have enough, so I will actually play like this. First, Harbin. Second, he did not play land. He can still use the officer. So let's just make sure it's not easy for him, and we can use Siphon Insight anyway. Alright, by the way, a Parasitic Grasp would be great. Alright, good, cool. So I guess we should enter the Invoke Despair. Face of the game, probably. Talia. Talia is kinda interesting. You know what? I do not mind Talia. She's pretty dope. Alright, so I can Siphon Insight into Talia, making attacks a bit awkward. Or just go Invoke Despair and keep doing what we are doing. And you know what? I do enjoy killing my opponent's creatures. It will be a token, and he will get some value. I really wanted some kind of, 2 mana life gain, but I guess we are not bound to draw them yet. Like, he's really starting to be out of the gas, so if we can slow him down just a little bit. Alright, can we do both? Yes, we can. Like, we are just killing everything since start. Look at this, this is actually so ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Let's see what the end step play. Nothing? Great. Really like to see it. Siege Veteran. I think that we can take this tree, because it makes it a bit awkward. So he wants to go to combat. So we get 4 damage together, but we have Memory Deluge and Siphon Insight, so we have a lot of options. Let's take out the stop. Alright, and we play something that doesn't pain us, and we go for the Memory Deluge. And this is exactly type of cards I really wanted. So, March. He didn't cast things, right? So it's either more expensive creature. Like, this is pretty interesting. I definitely want the March. I'm not sure about the other one. I think this is good enough. Like, we are at low HP, so both will work. And I think he might have 3 drops, yeah. Because he tapped 3 mana every time, and always 2 is left, so that would suggest the 3 drop. And let's get rid of this one for sure. This was a pretty good trade, I would say. And we cannot go Talia. Honestly, I probably want to go for the March. There's no way he doesn't play stuff. I guess I know exactly what he has in the hand, so that was fancy for no reason, I guess. Just a habit, And let's see his amazing draw. We have Talia. Even though it taxes us, we have enough mana to just ignore it, kinda. So, oh yeah, he tries to wait until Talia with the Brutal Qatar. That's kinda hilarious, honestly. I just want to point out the graveyard. We are removing creatures, seems like 8 turns in a row. That's what you need. This is the punishment they get for basically all playing the same deck. Always aggro, always something that tries to kill you in 4 turns. So you can basically make the whole deck around building this. Okay, great. So we will go with Arcane Proxy, and you know what? I do enjoy my big proxy. And with my big huge proxy, I will take a Dreams. Because I had a dream that I didn't play against aggro every single game. And you know what? We are definitely trying to make it work. This is the scariest creature of, of them all. Let's make a swamp. And you know what? I like my Talia. You hold to Brutal Qatar. Oh, that's your card though. Sure, you can just draw another, right? It's absolutely fine. With all this value in the graveyard, we can just keep drawing what we need. And I mean, those seem to be pretty... Yeah, get out of here. All it needed is 10 removals in a row every single turn. Yeah, ladder is fine. Alright, opponent goes first. We have some removal, especially Proxy with Infernal Grasp gives me some feeling that it might be okay. Outside the mono black hand, but I think we have enough time to just make it work. Man, I have one Infernal Grasp, but this is the most often removal I actually get for some weird reason. Alright, let's make sure. This is why Morbid Opportunities is not great very often. That would be really good, but we'll hit it later. So we are on our way to Invoke Despair, killing everything that gets played every single turn. That is the idea. Flesh Gorger. That's actually really good. So, we deal this one, we don't pay life in the end. We take action, we kill the creature, and yeah, like we are doing stuff. This will pain us at Invoke Despair next turn. So we actually need to think if we want the proxy this turn. Oh man, yeah, we have to. We want to do it, even though it pains so much. Just because I want empty board next turn. Let's just, get this one. Oh, that's a weird interaction. It's fine. This is exactly what I want. I will probably leave this game just so you guys see this interaction. I actually never had this interaction before. Yeah, so basically this costs 2, but you need to pay 3 if you want to cleave, and this won't allow this because it has 2 power. However, we can just trade the cards, so it's still fine. I would probably still play it, but it's definitely not the effect I expected. I'm not sure what the follow-up is, but I will definitely force him to show the follow-up. If he kills it, that was the wrong decision. He could kill it before, so I expect he has no removal, or at least doesn't want to use the removal, which means that we can refill with Invoke Despair. We pay 1 life, but we get 3 cards, and that, yeah, those are some decent cards. Whenever you get Invoke into Invoke, to be fair, that's 15 top cards, and I already have my second Invoke Despair. I remember this card. This one was actually interesting to me. So whenever you draw second card, it gets bigger, and when it dies, you turn another target creature with mana value less than the power. So if you pump it, you get stuff back from your graveyard. With mana value, alright, not power. Okay, that's actually a big distinction here. Anyway, it was... You know what? The other play would be super epic, but actually this one is way better. Because this way, and this is the problem with all of those cards that look fancy, but they die to cut down. And I mean, he could get the conscript, and that's fine. So that's why before we draw a card, we will see what he plays. If that will be something like Shrouded, we kill this with March. If it's not Shrouded, Eater of Virtue, alright. This doesn't have any effect, right? So he can equip, but he doesn't really get anything out of this. So I will prefer my card. That's fine. With Marches we won't die to damage. I would kill it if the equip gave some ability, but like this I just want my value and just Invoke Despair. Alright. And let's make sure that we don't pay life for invokes. Also, the rivers are great for drawing with Bankbuster because we don't need to pay anything. Also, this is like This is anti-synergy, right? Because he exiled his own stuff and now we don't need to deal with it. And yeah, now we have full hand of removal, which against this kind of deck is basically the only thing you need. I hope I will get some trigger to answer to this. He can play land right now and activate the ability, and there's nothing I can do about it. Right, Death Touch. Death Touch. You know what, I'll do it. I think it's a good target. We will have to kill it, so why give Death Touch to something? Like, we will have Bankbuster, so it might matter. And you know, I guess we just keep playing cool stuff. So he's what, down to 4? Alright, Takenuma. Yeah, like, to be fair, we drew triple Invoke Despair in top 24 cards, so that's how it feels. Not bad. Alright, opponent goes first. We have Go for the Throat. You know, the fact that I usually draw multiple 5 and 6 drops in the opening hand, and they usually are 4 to 6 cards in my deck, is always blowing my mind. Just how does this work? Alright, Parasitic Grasp is actually insanely cool draw. This is exactly what we built around. Yeah, alright, so this is the full setup for just burning my face like crazy. I made a huge mistake. I made insanely big mistake, but hopefully it won't cost me the game. So which one is bigger? We probably want to get rid of this one, right? This deals 1 damage basically, and this deals 1 damage basically. This is more resistant and costs more, so yeah, I guess we'll go for this one. Because this means that we cannot Arcane Proxy on the next turn. But I guess we just go with removal and hope it's enough. Alright, 3 damage. Like, it definitely hurts like crazy, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. So I will try to make, you know, much more interesting play for him just smorking with all the damage. A Braid in this deck? What the hell, man? Like, what the hell? Imagine 2 lightning strikes here. This would be like 8 damage, instead he has nothing. You always like to see those kind of builds that have no sense. Alright. Go for it. It's also one of the advantages over the Grasp, so that's why we used Grasp before. It's a bit easier this way, you know? Man, we don't have targets. We actually don't have targets for the proxy. So I guess we just... Wait, next time we kill the Warfare. Let's see how much mana... He can actually activate the Foundry to negate part of the Despair. But we have 2, and we still kill the Warfare. 1 damage, it's not amplified with the Warfare, it's only his sources. Let's see how smart he is. I guess we can just concede to the first strong card your opponent plays. The mono-red mentality, like the easy wins only, please. Alright, so we are on the draw. This is not the best hand we could hope for, but hopefully Proxy can get us back. The fact that we hit the only removal that cost us life is pretty harsh. And we are on the draw with no cut downs and no like 2 mana cheap removal except the Infernal Grasp. So we will see, definitely a rough start so far. Play with fire, go. Yes, you hit it here. So this means Swift Blade, I guess. If he's holding on to play with fire, it should mean the Swift Blade. This is actually really good, and he had to draw this. Unless he misplayed, but I'm pretty sure he just drew it. And thanks to this fact, we can actually go for Infernal Grasp on whatever he wants to summon. The problem will be that we need Arcane Proxy to hit something, but Kumano won't transform in time. Alright, that's actually pretty dope. I mean, I will kill it. I don't mind killing it. Alright, March. Do I want the March? I think we can... Oh man, like we really... No, I need to play something this turn. We have double Painlands, we need to be careful about it. Like, Painlands do hurt in this kind of situation because we drew nearly only those. Alright. Okay, that's a lot of card advantage, but still. No gas, and also it slows him down quite significantly. And we will heal, and we don't need to pay our life, so that's pretty good overall. 19, baby. How much gas do you have? Do I need 4 mana? It could be double Siphon Insight, but I honestly think this is a bit better because we need blue that doesn't pain us. If I had dreams of, you know, steel and whatever oil, then I would definitely cast the proxy, but we cannot, so we just chill. This is one of the small downsides of the proxy, that you actually have to have something on the board, because it's like sorcerer speed. He is drawing way more cards than we do. Play with fire is okay, but it's like when you are at 20 it doesn't hurt as much, you know? And this is perfect target for our removal. So, Siphon Insight, we will pay 1 life, so that's... oh, I mean 1. No, we will get better there. I nearly did it. I'm such a dummy. I should, by the way, hit face, right? Play with fire always hits face, that's the rule. Alright, by the way, we can just go for Kotose and exile something from his deck. Like Reckless Impulse is pretty good. Is this the moment to do it though? I think it will be the next turn. So we will pay a little bit. Man, I have so much better removal than Infernal Grasp. That's actually quite painful, to be honest. I don't want to block with it. That's a really interesting choice, because if we go for the proxy, we lose some HP. Is this good enough? I think it is. We have also the Insight and also play with fire, so I think it's okay. It would be so, like, we have Parasitic Grasp that would exactly do the same thing, but give us 10 life more. So we would be at 24, I think, instead of being on 14, so that's a big difference against this kind of deck. Because instead of costing 2 life, it would gain us 3 life, so each instance would be 5 life gain, basically, compared to what we have right now, and we would cast it twice. I mean, that's fine. This is one of your cards just to answer the leftover, so I'll take it. Play with fire, sure, that's another. So that's why you see life gain is extremely important against this kind of deck. They invested 2 cards and 2 mana to deal 3 damage. If we have something that heals us for 3, it's basically negating everything. I will actually go for it. So I will pay myself 1 to get extra card that will hopefully be good. It's an aggro deck, they never whiff, right? Oh, yeah, I don't mind this. This is actually synergizing extremely well with our deck. It's also a very nice blocker. I mean, I will cast non-creature spells, my friend. So honestly, this is a must kill for him. Like, sooner or later, this will kill him. I guess he thinks that he will win one way or another. Sure, enjoy. If he doubles first, man, this is so amazing. Man, I can do it all night, all day, all night. Down to 1, oh, that's so sad. Spoiler, it's not sad. Man, I really enjoy aggro matchups right now. Like, I will just keep playing creatures, I guess, over and over. Alright, Kotose. So, this will be a Kotose. It's really strong card right now. So, Felton is nice, but I actually don't want him to draw this. And you know what? I will gladly draw this. That's a land, great. Warfare. This is probably the biggest threat for us. Yeah, the standard. Let's just get rid of everything. I think that was it. Yeah. Okay, cool. No card draw for you, my friend. How does it work? Until the end of your next turn. Perfect. We could also go full Commando, but there is I guess he doesn't have cards that do it, but you know, I don't care. As long as I have stuff, I can target my own Kotose, by the way. If he shows the last card, I can do it safely even. Yeah? I won't lie, that felt very good. Alright, we're going first with full hand of removal, so I'm already happy with this one, and Siphon Insight will give us whatever we like. And of course, it's the same crap as usually, so that's good. First time. This is really good, because our full deck is built against this kind of shenanigans. Like, we can play all of our hand, basically. Oh, it would... Oh, is this a human? Oh, it's a vampire. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Sure. So let's go with this one, I guess. This one, we will lose life if we want to use double removal. So why not? Oh, I mean, that's a bit unfortunate. But this will be a human. So, like, we will keep trading until we hit all of those cards. Like, we don't need more than 2 mana. You know, the current standard. Oh, that's a human. How many humans do you have? It's not a human. Like, that's basically the only distinction I'm doing. He is colorless, so he won't be casting any spells. I mean, let's start healing. I heard you like humans. How do you enjoy me being at 20 after all your hand basically is gone? We are still not drawing lands, by the way. I think we have 25 or 26 lands. We are getting screwed and 2 mana. The story of my MTG life, basically. So I don't think he can pump it more than we can afford to hit. So let's just go with the... Alright. This will be a human, you know, pretty popular type, I have heard. And he's still going, because this deck just keeps going. Colorless mana, you kinda love to see it. Man, by the way, I really want to point it out. Our opponent playing probably 20 or 21 lands just curved out to 4 with no problem. We at 25 or 26 lands cannot hit the third land drop. The games like this are so common, like I don't know. It really feels weird. I'm drawing more Invoke Despair. I have, I think, 4 of those cards, or 3. Yeah, 4 probably. So I have 4 of those and 25, 26 of those. And I'm drawing them equally. Like, it's weird, you know? It's really weird. Alright, he has a lot of buffing stuff, so the fact that we actually play the whole game being mana, you know, starved is kinda funny. So we will go like this. I know it seems weird, I know, but it's actually the correct play, even though we lose more. We need to make sure that never 3 creatures attack. Oh my god, is this the land? Do I play lands in my deck? Insane, crazy. It has to be a tap land, of course, just to make sure. So if he plays the land, this gets discounted to 5, so he can actually use it. But then we can kill it in response. It will be awkward, because if we want to cut down first... Sure, yeah, let's see how many creatures can you make. Oh, that's an antagonize, so I guess this will... Like, this is an instant. So I'm usually clicking it quickly, so he targets first. Alright, so we have to kill this one. Imagine, we could be at 6 mana and just keep invoking. Oh my god, is this another land? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right, Siphon Insight. I want this juicy removal, thank you. And... well... it will be squee, won't it? Okay, that's not a genius play. We have to go squee, because if we draw a land, and we might get flooded right now, just to balance things out. Phoenix Chick. We need to make sure this guy dies, because he has so many chicks. And he activates Chick on the next turn, so we really need to start doing something. Isn't this insane? We are literally playing life gain removal deck, and we are still fighting for survival. This is absolutely insane. He can play squee every single turn until forever. That's actually hilarious. Alright, so he will play squee, we will use the march. Everyone is nearly happy. I would prefer to have my lands during the game, but it's fine. But isn't it crazy that we have full deck built around killing this particular deck and it's still like equal game? This really shows why this is so such a big thing right now. We have to kill this one, otherwise he gets the chicks. Well, he needs to pay the life, right? The mana, so I guess he wouldn't be able, but Squee is just way too menacing, basically. Okay, that's something. That's pretty okay. I guess we go for Parasitic Grasp. It means Squee attacks, though. I do not love it. I do not love it one bit. But I think it's okay. At least we kill Squee as a blocking thing. And Parasitic Grasp is a really good fit for this one. So, let's go. You know, we're still at 14 after all of this. It blows my mind. This, like, if you are so sideboarded against control deck, like control deck would have no chance, and here we are just trying to who draws better, basically. But to be fair, we got mana screwed for entirety of early game. How many cards? Alright, so he won't have enough anymore. Man, Arcane Proxy did so much work now. Alright, we actually can start using our cards. He can actually go for the chick, and that will mean that he can use the Squee. Alright, finally we will be able to play some cards. Now we are getting flooded just to be sure that, you know, we cannot play a normal game of Magic. I just want to point out, our opponent keeps playing spells every single turn to full potential, like since 10 turns. It's insane that the game is actually still close. And thanks to the chick, we cannot go for Invoke Despair. Yeah, now we are getting flooded, just to be sure that nothing gets normal. And next time he can go with the Squee. It's actually insane. I cannot believe that this game is actually going. You know, but this is the problem with control. First you get mana screwed, then you get mana flooded. Like, you cannot draw the right cards. Like, even after drawing, you know, 7 removals in a row, this deck just keeps having value, because aggro right now is the value deck, you know? Okay, I overblow it, but you get the idea. Let's see how many good cards he can top deck. Like, with extra cards we can get back. We have a lot of life gain. Oh, that's the card I needed the whole freaking time. Alright, that's fine, because this will finally be gone. Alright, so he will kill me, right? Yeah, perfect. This is exactly the moment. Did I not play land? I wouldn't have exile targets anyway, so I guess card. Oh my god, I can't stand it. And the game is still on. And we still lost, even after 8 removers in a row. You just need to draw poorly, and that's all that counts.